What's going on, everybody? ScottDogGaming here. Thank you very much for joining us. As you can see, we are back. We're playing some Football Manager 2017. Back with Ipswich Wanderers. We're up against Kirkley and Pakefield in the Eastern Counties Premier League. We'll go through in a few episodes just where we sit in the league structure, because I need to figure it out myself. We'll go through that, and I'll put maybe just display a picture showing you. But also we've made a couple of signings. So we've got Palmer in, who doesn't look great on reflection. You know, our scout is saying that, or his coach is saying that he's great. Not so convinced. He doesn't look brilliant. But he is a striker, and we needed one. We've also got Phillips back from injury, and we're playing him on the right wing, which isn't his starting position. And then lastly, we've got Capochi out in midfield because we signed Solomon Sambu, who is playing as a defensive midfielder for us. Again, doesn't look fantastic, but does look like he can play in that role. And then we've got a full-back four for once, so that's pretty nice. We still need a goalkeeper. We still need another midfielder at least. We could probably do with a left winger and a right winger to play proper sort of players in those positions. And then we'd have cover in others, which would be fantastic. But that's what we're going to play. We're getting them straight into the starting lineup, and we're just going to go for this and say at this moment in time, this feels like it's just about getting numbers, and it'd be nice if they're good players, but actually anything's going to be better than what we've got. So and the other problem we've got is that all of these players could be snapped up at any point in time. We've signed them on amateur contracts because we haven't got any money to spend, which means that every single one of them could go. So it's a concern, I will say that. Okay, so we're in white. We've got a free kick. Terrible defending. Palmer, goal on his debut. Terrible defending. I'm not sure what they were doing. Really not sure. Look, what are they doing? The worst defensive setup from a set piece I've ever seen. Literally, there was like 8 of our players just running towards them. They didn't move anywhere. Oh well, we'll take it. 1-0. Get in. So actually, the way that we've set up to play football is to keep it solid, but also try and keep the ball when we've got it, not take too many risks, try and play the ball along the ground. And, oh my lord, we've got 2 goals. Just to keep hold of the ball. We haven't really got the players to play it, but, so I get the feeling that we will concede some real cheap goals when we give the ball away. But it's just about keeping the ball down and playing it. That's the kind of way that I like to see the teams that I like play football. So I figured we'd start from the bottom, and hopefully if we can get some youngsters coming in, we can teach them that way of playing football, and then we can go from there. What was that, Palmer? He's got the tricks. There's Beasley. There's Bennett. Oh my lord, we're tearing them apart. What the hell is going on? Great little ball. Beasley did well, considering Beasley isn't even a player. Bennett, not sure about the goalkeeping again. Going to question the goalkeeping there. But we'll take it. Here's a free kick for them. It's hit the wall. Thankfully, we were a little bit more settled than they were. There goes Ahmed. He's looking for Palmer. Palmer's going to get there. Palmer's in. Palmer scored. What the is going on? We are 4-0 up somehow. Palmer sprinting through. I didn't really think he had the pace for it, but clearly their defenders are very slow. And that's a tidy finish. Cross the goalkeeper into that bottom corner. We will take it. We will absolutely take it. 4-0 in the first half. I have no idea what is going on. But of course, Palmer, who I just slated, has scored a couple. Oh, what a finish. Capochi, what the fuck's going on? 5-0, and Capochi, I'm not even sure how we managed to finish like that. This is our centre-back. Generally our centre-back. But that is inch perfect. Captain slots it into the top corner. I'm going to guess that Kirkley and Pakefield aren't very good. I've never heard of them, but I'm going to suggest they're not very good. Here they come with the 5-goal comeback. Oof. Oh, Palmer's in. Palmer's in. Oh, their goalkeeper's got a hole in his, I don't know what. Just went straight through him. It's half an hour gone and we're 6-0 up. This could define our whole season. Or next game we could just get spanked. But what is the goalie doing? I have to ask serious questions of their goalkeeper. Bearing in mind we've got a goalkeeper who who doesn't play football. It's just like someone we found in the crowd, like, get in. I have no idea what the hell's going on, but I'm not going to complain too much. We are currently leading. I'm going to make this change, I think. Actually, we'll give him a few minutes. I think Sambu has made all the difference. Okay. Now we're going to make this change. So we're going to say, Capochi, you swap with him. And then we're going to say, Wint will get in midfield. That feels like a reasonable option. And then we'll probably also say Bennett for Royce and Randall. Okay. Royce and Randall. Okay. We are 6-0 up. We've done nothing in the second half, but I will take a clean sheet now, boys. Another goal would be lovely, though. Another goal would be lovely, and look who it is. Super Racing Randall. Phillips with the ball across. And he picked him out a treat. Good run from deep. I'm not going to blame the goalkeeper on that one. He didn't really have a lot of choice, but I will question why the defenders didn't follow the run. Please don't concede, boys. Come on. Oh, poop. Our goalkeeper, I mean, he hasn't had a lot to do, but what he did have to do, he probably should have done better. Oh, man. Okay. Blow the whistle, ref. We don't want to concede another. Come on, boys. Oh, Sambu. What are you doing? Here they come. 7-2. Celebrates in front of the non-existent crowd. 7-2. It's an interesting one. I don't like conceding goals, I'm going to be honest with you. But I also understand how heads could drop, you know, how people could switch off. Let's not concede another, thank you. 7-2, what the hell? Tell them we're very pleased. And that puts us into 4th place. Nice. And next up we're against Clacton. An achievement, we just got the thumping achievement. So, Palmer made his debut. And he scored 4 goals and I presume got man of the match. And that's after me saying he doesn't look very good. But they looked really bad, to be fair. So let's wait and see what happens against Clacton, who I was saying, I think... let's decline that. We don't really want that. Don't really want that. Okay. Yeah, as I was saying, Clacton, I think, are one of the better players. Now, this is a goalkeeper, I think. Is it a goalkeeper? Is he our goalkeeper? He's a left back. We've already got a left back, but I just thought we could do with some cover. He's 33 years old. He doesn't want any money, and I can't really tell you if he's any good or not. 3 stars, but it just felt like we need some cover. So off we go. The problem with signing players, though, is that some of the players that we've got are going to drop into the bench, which means that we're going to lose some of that flexibility from the crap players. That's the one thing you do get, is that when people get injured, they throw people at you. Whereas that doesn't happen when you've got a full squad. So we have tried to sign a goalkeeper. He also wants to be a coach. So I'm not sure that's going to play out for us. But we're going to decline this one as well. And we'll see how he looks like he's going to fit in. And then next up, we've got our cup game. He's worried about our match preparation. Well, that's going to take time to get there, so there's not a lot we can do about that. I probably do need to turn down the training, actually, just to average over here. And we'll change this to teamwork, maybe. Let's do it. Okay. So, Clacton next. Here we go. So what does that do? That puts Wardley at left back and Patterson at left midfield. And that's a plus point of having an old player who can play in lots of positions, and one of those is midfield. We need a left winger, so looks like it's going to work for us. Capochi's still in midfield, and Phillips is over here on the right still, who doesn't want to be there, and it doesn't really work for him. But never mind, let's get started. Okay, so what I'll probably do, I didn't do last episode, what I'll probably do is put 3 games an episode in. I used to do this where we'd play 2 and it would be every other day, but I think we'll do 3 games an episode, unless there's something major happening. And again, I'm really, really keen to find out what you guys think of this, if you want to see more, if you don't want to see more, if you want to see a different team, if you want to see a different game. If you are happy with this, then please let me know, just to give me an idea as to whether to carry this on or not. I tend to cut out the bits between games usually, so I'll probably get back to doing that and just having it being a sort of quick rolling. Here's a game, here's a bit of a look where we are and what we've done, then here's the next game, and so on and so forth. So I tend to try and keep it fairly streamlined, but if you don't want to see all the games, you just want to see important games, if you want to see one game every month or something, in terms of the in-game stuff, not this, then let me know. If you want me just to show you the important stuff, then by all means just tell me. If not, it'll probably be pretty much every game. And we'll show them all, and if you guys want to watch it, you can. If you don't, you can always skip through and see what happens towards the end of games. But I quite like watching them. So it's entirely up to you. But this one, we've not been so good. We haven't scored 7, which is a bit disappointing. And here they come. Okay. 60 minutes gone. We've done nothing. And here they come with a throw-in. Oh, there's Palmer. He's got a lot to do. He's picked out Patterson, though. There's the ball across. It's a poor ball. There's Phillips. Phillips has got down the wing. Phillips has got it across. Palmer's there. Palmer and Phillips. Looks like a good combination. His 5th goal of the season. Palmer, who maybe doesn't want to play out on that wing, but that is a hell of a ball, and Palmer was there. Sorry, Phillips out on the wing, and Palmer was there to smash it home. Okay. Let's just see what plays out, I think. 1 minute left. Everybody's knackered. There's Bennett. There's Capochi. There's Patterson. Wardley back to Patterson. Oh, it's cleared away. Well done. And as you can see, the fullbacks in this formation push quite high up, sort of making up numbers in midfield. So we've always hopefully got an out ball. Oh no. Blow the whistle. Well done. That should be it. We've got a nice win against Clacton, a home win with a clean sheet. We will absolutely take that. And it's looking pretty good, I have to say. Patterson makes his debut. Phillips in fine form. Good work, Phillips. And Josh Robinson has started on a coaching course, going to cost him 600 quid. Notice I'm not going on one. Unbelievable. Okay. And we're up against Chalfont St. Peter in the FA Cup. 2nd round of prelims. Doesn't look like anything exciting is happening. So let's just send our assistant to this. I wasn't going to hire an assistant, and then I realised that I'd have to do the press conferences, so I decided to get one just so I could send the assistant manager. I mean, it's costing us money. It's going to probably hurt us financially, but I mean, it's 50 quid a week. We can handle that, surely. Can't we? Probably not. Okay. Chalfont St. Peter. Come on, boys. Same team from the looks of things. Let's go. We are at home again. Can I just say well done to those 65 people who signed up for a season ticket? The number's surely going to increase. Okay, here we go again. Out they come. It's interesting because... Oh no, we have got terrace houses behind us. I was saying we just had terrace houses behind us before, but if you look at the other end of the ground, there's some flats and stuff. Which is interesting because Humberdersea Lane's actually out in the middle of nowhere. Well, I say nowhere. It's near quite a lot of Ipswich Town's training grounds and stuff. It's quite interesting, actually, that part of town's just Ipswich brought loads and loads of bits of land, which I'm surprised they still own and haven't. Get in, Patterson. I'm surprised they haven't sold for housing developments, but never mind. There's Phillips, gets the ball across. There's Capochi, lays it off to Patterson, and there's the goal. 1-0, get in. We're going to win the cup, everybody. Patterson with the corner. Oh, get in, right with the header. Patterson is doing far better than I thought he would do for us. I thought we're just signing him as a left back. I didn't realise he could play left midfield. Not sure where the goalie's going. And actually the plan was to buy Patterson and let Wardley play in front of him. But fine, we'll play this way round. I don't mind. There's a ball across. There's a header. What a header that is. What a header that is, by the way. It's a great cross, Zanotti. And that's a hell of a header right into that far post. Woods Garnus. Well played, son. Another corner. Oh, right again. Patterson and Wright finding some kind of combination. Question the defending. He's already scored one and no one's picking him up, look. Just completely unmarked. Get in, boys. Okay, we've made it to half time. Let's keep going. So plans for future, I'd still like to sign a couple more players. One, I'm concerned that these players are going to be able to leave us. And two, injuries obviously are a problem. Capochi's there, Palmer's there, Bennett's there. Goal, get in. I'm worried about injuries. I'm worried about people signing players. And just generally about cover that, you know, we've got a lot of games to play. Hopefully with the FA Cup run all the way to Wembley. We've got a lot of games to play and no cover whatsoever. So I will continue to look for players, but now we've got a team. We can just try and scout a little bit longer and make sure that those players are better suited for us than, you know, some of the players that potentially... I think we got lucky with some of them because I could only really afford to scout them once. Oh dear. I could only really afford to scout them once, and when I did, you know, I went on that first initial judgment. My scout is terrible, by the way. My scout is terrible, by the way, but I just had to take a gamble, and you know they're always going to be better than what we had. Whether they're good enough for this league or not, I don't know. But the early signs look pretty good. You know, scoring 7 goals in one game, 5 in another, keeping a clean sheet in one. Bennett's in and scored. What is going on? I haven't played this game for a while, and I know generally when Football Manager comes out, it's a bit not buggy, but the balance isn't right with the way the game's played. How we're winning by 6 goals, I don't know. The one thing I would say is that chances are these teams are in the same position as us. They've got a team with just made up players. And if that's the case, the new players that we've signed are going to be better than what they've got because, you know, that's the point of it. So if they're not as active as I've been in the transfer market, they're not as active as I've been in the transfer market and these players are just, you know, run-of-the-mill players, then we should, in theory, be better than them. And that's probably what's showing now. You know, and I'm sure there'll be a few teams in our league as the season goes on. What a tackle, right? That's gonna challenge us. But this is a great start. We can be pleased with the football we've played. I'm intrigued to see. So let's have a little look. Oh, that's us. Let's have a little look. Oh, they do look like they've got a fairly even squad. I don't know where this is in comparison to where we are, but I say they've got some players who are out of contract as well, so maybe we should have a little sniff round. We'll come back to that. You guys don't want to see that. The next cup draw, FA Cup first qualifying round. So we literally have only just got to the qualifying rounds of the FA Cup. But we will take it. We'll send the assistant to that. That's the reason we signed him. We're delighted with the win. He's absolutely right. And let's just go to the first qualifying round draw. We'll not watch it because, let's be honest, it's going to be full of teams that we've never heard of. So we're just going to continue to skip through and see what we've got. Okay. Who do we get? I just skipped past it. I wasn't paying attention. Whoops. Okay. Walsham Le Willows. They're in the same league as us, aren't they? They are. Intriguing. And they're fourth. They've won 2 of their games. Okay. Well, that is interesting. We're up against Fakingham next. And everybody's chasing Oregon, but he doesn't want to come to us. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe button, follow us on Twitter at ScottDogGaming. Let me know what you think of this, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you.